What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Philly to Detroit Boxing, man. We got another special guest on with us today, man. My guy, Malik Bryant, dog. What's going on with you, bro?
Not much, bro. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Thank you for having me, bro. It's a pleasure to be here.
You already know, bro. Yeah, we met like a little while ago when I came to Dark Side. That was our first encounter, man. You let me get an interview with you that day, so I really appreciate you, dog, for hopping on with me again, bro. But just to get it started, bro, what really got you into the journey of boxing, man? It's a crazy sport. Not too many people want to get punched in the face. So what really got you into this crazy sport, man?
Well, I'm gonna make a long story short, but it's funny how you described it because you do have to kind of be a little different and think a little different to like take this sport seriously, especially if you want to succeed. You do kind of got to be a little wired, a little different than the average person. So you kind of touched on that, but it's like that is a real thing, you know. So with that being said, long story short, for me, it was a mental thing. I never was really like I always joke with my coach. I never had one of them cool stories like, oh, I used to get bullied, so I started boxing. Like
Right.
everybody be having a cool story. A girl broke my heart, so I started boxing. I didn't have no cool story. I was going through a lot mentally, and I had something in me that I just knew needed to be fed. And which I feel we all do. And I would try different things, different outlets, and boxing was just always it for me. Boxing was always that's where I just started to feel like when life started to slow down around me, that's where I felt like I was alive and I mattered and I was progressing and things of that nature. So for me, I would say mental. It was the mental aspect.
No, facts. And that's kind of a big reason that I'll be stepping into the gym now. I recently got back into training too. And that's kind of a big thing too, just mental. It just help you mentally with everything, confidence, stress, whatever you got going on. They just relieve all that shit. You know what I mean? And then first again, just kind of going back to the first time I met you, it was at Dark Side. I see you getting some work in there, but now you at Weavers full time, man. What's that experience been like at Weavers? I know Munib a cool ass dude, man. I fuck with the Weavers whole, just that whole thing they got going on. How do you like it there?
Well, Weavers had always been like a home for me and always had their doors open for me. Dark Side is the exact same. I knew some fighters in Dark Side on a personal level, and I wanted to switch my training up a little bit, see if I could kind of get different looks. So they opened their doors for me to come and work with them for a month, and they really got me on this consistent journey. They made it a lifestyle for me, so I can't thank Dark Side enough for that. But in terms of Weavers is a excellent gym. All gyms are good gyms. You got your trainer, you got a couple heavy bags, you got people in there that care. You gonna have you a good gym. But Weavers is a home. And what made me stick with Weavers when I started this, something my coach said was Weavers was something more than a boxing gym for him. It was something for people looking for a home. And I felt like he was kind of talking to me direct when he said that. And it was like I knew this was where I needed to be. And my life has changed drastically since, you know, doing this full time at Weavers.
And just going to your amateur background, what's that like? Do you got any amateur fights? I know when we first met, I didn't really get into what your career is looking like. So what's your amateur background looking like right now?
Yeah, so right now I'm just training hard, staying in shape. Got a tournament coming up come November, annual boxing classic 24th, try and be ready, be in shape, be strong, come in there, do what I gotta do. But other than that, we met. I had just been working with Coach CJ and everybody in the underground. That's really where I got my start, to be totally honest. And I don't share that with too many people because I don't want them to think that's the route you have to go or that's like the way to do it. But that's where I got my route because I wanted it to be a little more gritty. It wanted to be a little more gritty, and that was an excellent experience. But that showed me between that and the amateurs, that showed me that it's really levels to this boxing stuff.
No,
I said,
facts.
where you from?
I'm from Inkster, bro.
Okay.
Yep, another
Mhm.
city in Michigan. My guy from Philly, so I don't know if you know.
Oh
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
my bad, bro.
No,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Cause a lot of we had two other fighters from Detroit where they didn't horse and
Force,
the
yeah,
other guy got they start from underground too.
yeah.
So it
Yeah,
seemed
he
like
did.
Josiah and
yeah
Force, yeah, Josiah
Yeah.
and
yeah.
So now that
So it
y'all
seemed
mentioned
like
him,
people that's from there, like it seemed like y'all a lot of y'all that started from the underground and like kind of it seemed like y'all went underground and actually like seeing that y'all got a little bit more talent than the average person going underground, and then y'all tried to do something with it.
Yeah, so basically, in my humble opinion, first of all, everybody you just named, a lot of them I revere and look up to in the underground because, like you said, they did climb up. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like you said, bro. The underground is kind of like a test, really. That's how I looked at it, at least. Like win, lose, or draw, you're gonna find out a lot about yourself. You're gonna confirm
Right.
about yourself. You're gonna find out a lot of shit that you probably thought was that, and you really wasn't that. And you might need that.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And
Fact.
what really got me on this craft was I went 1-1 in the underground. In my second fight, I was so confused because I was like, how the fuck did I lose that to this guy? You know what I'm saying? And it really like it showed me, like I was telling you before, it's levels to this. It's more than just,
Mhm.
X, Y, and Z. When my coach always say, football, basketball, you zig where you should have zagged, you make a mistake where you should have, you might get a 3-point scored on, you might get crossed over. It's boxing shit, you get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So the underground taught me that. Sparring is cool, all that other stuff is cool. You know what I'm saying? But as far as competing, you know what I'm saying? You need that real, you need to get in that cage. You need to get in there and really feel what it's like. And like you said, bro, the underground really people kind of shit on the underground and it's cool because it's not as organized and pretty and all that shit. I get it, but you get a lot of dogs out of there. You do.
No, fact. And shout out to CJ, man, the whole Detroit Fight Club, man. I've been to a few of their events, man. They do their thing out there, and like you said, it's real gritty. Everybody watching you. It's like a party in that bitch. Everybody drinking,
Yeah,
smoking.
I'm gonna go to
It's
one of
like,
them joints, man. I'm gonna pull up when I go out to Detroit. I'm definitely looking forward to going to one of them joints. I ain't even
yeah,
gonna lie to
You'll
you.
it's different.
enjoy it, bro.
Yeah,
You'll
because
enjoy
it's
it.
like you said, man. Everybody watching you. Everybody got their fucking camera out. It's like a real. It's pressure on you in there, even though it's not as organized and pretty like you said. It's still real pressure in there, and some of them guys is not. They not no hoes. So it's like you might be more talented, but they coming to fight still. You might get hurt in there.
Word.
So
And
it's
it's
Absolutely ain't nobody coming to lay down.
yeah. So it's
and
like
it give you kind of the presence of a real fight in terms like you said, people recording you and all that. Cause that's one of the reasons people do good in sparring and then don't do good in a real fight. Cause like some people could look good if they got the people they know around them watching them, but it's different when you just got random people yelling and all that. The pressure might get to you. Like the Frank and Tank fight. When I seen Frank throw the first 4 punches of that
Absolutely.
fight, I said, okay, Frank gonna be cool. He pressure ain't get to him. He threw the first 5 punches. He's straight. But usually the pressure get to somebody because they ain't never had that many people screaming. So the Fight Club do get you that because everybody looking to get the knockout, post you. So you worry about getting embarrassed, becoming a meme, all types of shit.
facts. And I done seen that happen. I done been to again.
And
I done been to
game
a couple
speed is
of
totally different too. Oh,
no facts. Again, what you going to what you said? Now it's real speed. It's not sparring. We not touch sparring. It's not none of that. People in there trying to
yeah,
knock your head off in
game
the fight.
speed is totally different.
I ain't gonna lie, do they let anybody do it?
Yeah,
If
and
a
it's a lot of
boxer,
anxiety.
like let's just say if Horse and Joe wanted to go back, they'd let them go back. They wouldn't be like, no, y'all established professionals now, and we can't let y'all hurt nobody.
I mean, like I say, bro, it's underground. You know, professionals not supposed to be doing that. Period. You feel me? That's part of like once you
No,
establish
yeah,
yourself as a
that's all I
professional,
was
they supposed
asking.
to teach you all that and tell you all that. Just like when you get your CPL, they tell you not to take it to the bar. You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be like establishing that. But you work on the craft, bro. Niggas do whatever to make pape, and to compete. And it's really about like, how you carry yourself. You know, a fighter is a fighter, no matter where you tell them to fight, when you tell them to fight, how often you tell them to fight. It's not like we fighters Monday through Wednesday, like, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday we chill. Like, no, if you a fighter, it's a lifestyle, pro, amateur, whatever level. So, you know.
No, okay. Then as far as like what you want to do, man, when you want to, because I'm assuming pro is the goal. About what time you want to go and take that route or take that leap?
Honestly, the rate things been going right now, I'll probably say sometime next year, maybe sometime next summer, because like I say, I was just kind of curious, and it was a mental thing. I just wanted to kind of see how far I could go with this, and once I kind of started to spar certain guys and spar certain pros, and started to kind of hang with them and see where I was really at with this, it was kind of like, okay, maybe I could kind of, and My coach will say little slick stuff here and there, like, why don't you just go pro? And like little slick stuff like that kind of gas you up, And I need to see. I need to compete a little more first. I need to confirm a few more things. I need to sharpen a few more things. You know what I'm saying? But at the rate I'm going right now, I've been training real hard. I see myself being real consistent. Probably sometime next summer, bro.
Yeah, that. No, I feel that. That's probably a good time again. Like you said, you're trying to do a tournament in November. It's just a lot of things you want to again confirm for yourself, see where you at the national level with these top guys around the country, maybe. So I feel you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I want to see how I hang with the top guys. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. Like I would go to a lot of pro fights, and I'll be like, "This motherfucker a pro? Like, where they find this motherfucker? Like,
Yeah,
I could have grabbed you somebody to beat this motherfucker. Like, what's going on?" And I used to kind of get offended by that. Like they was kind of disrespecting the sport in a way. But I do get it's a business and all that good shit too. But I want to go in there my sharpest self. I don't want to go in there thinking like, oh, I could have been better here. I should have worked on this more. Like, I want to know when I make that leap to pro. I want to know like this what I'm here for. I want to put motherfuckers on notice with all my fights. You know what I'm saying?
no, fact.
I'm about to say, do you got the time limit on when you want to turn pro, or you kind of just taking it day by day, going taking it as it go?
Like I say, take it day by day. I'm really looking for some time next summer, but I don't plan on doing this for too long. To answer your question, I
Yeah,
don't plan on doing this for too long, because it is a lot that come with this sport that don't really get touched on too much on the internet and social media and stuff like that I didn't really start to realize and experience until I got into this myself, like knee deep, neck deep. You know what I'm saying? And one of the main things being the anxiety. And I know I speak for a lot of fighters, maybe not every fighter, but like walking down that tunnel, what I'm saying? Like knowing you about to fight. Even sometimes Fridays, every Friday we spar. We spar a couple times a week. I gotta fight somebody later. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta really go in there and bang later. And it might be somebody I might be the hammer tonight, I might be the nail tonight. Like it's a lot of anxiety. It's come with a lot of pressure, and you know what I'm saying? They don't really talk about that a lot. So, that along with obvious, damage and stuff like that. I don't plan on doing this for too long. So I want to get in, get my credentials, and get out.
No, fact. And just being, that it is Father's Day, man. And happy Father's Day to you, Doug. How is it trying to, do this sport and, kind of handle your responsibilities at the same time as a pops?
Well, shout out to my guy Josiah Shackelford, Almighty Joe. He basically gave me the blueprint. That's my mentor. That's my number one mentor through this whole thing. That's why I was
that's how
at
you
Dark
get.
Side that month. He pretty much is like he laid this all out to me. Like, look, little bro. He let me know X, Y, and Z. He let me know what it is, black and white. Like, if you gonna do this, you gonna do this. This how it's gonna be, woo woo. And it was just more so about establishing it as a routine, you know. And with my son, like you said about balancing it, it's honestly very easy because, like, it's not just how I got to figure out what's gonna happen with my son when I come this, that, and the third. No, my son in the gym with me. It hit different when you just go 5 rounds, 6 rounds, you gas, you dead tired, you get out the ring. Ain't nobody telling him to come up to you or nothing. Your boy come up to you, good work, dad. It hit different. I'm like real talk. That shit I can't describe that feeling to y'all. I'm hitting the rope work. I'm dead tired after the workout. Coach like, give me a couple rounds on the jump rope. I'm like, all right, bet I do my jump rope. Way to go, dad. Good work, dad. Like that really do something to you. That do something to you. So to
Yeah,
me, it's more of a blessing. Like I actually prefer to train with my kids around me.
Yeah. And then as we know this, a brutal sport. As you know, do you want your son to box?
Well, I'm gonna have him learn in terms of self defense. That's not optional. But as far as competing, that's on him. I always said before my son was born, he don't have to play sports. He don't have to. I did that. I was pretty good at, football. We all got our different backgrounds, our different sports. I'm doing a lot pretty well in this boxing stuff, getting deeper than I ever could have imagined I would get into it. He don't
yeah,
have to prove nothing to me. I did the whole sports thing. If he wanna do it, cool. We're gonna go, all the way. We ain't gonna half ass nothing, but he ain't gotta do that. But in terms of boxing, yeah, self-defense. If he want to compete, he gonna go hard, but he gonna learn how to fight for sure.
Because I wanted to ask that because we speak to a lot of boxers who have kids, and a lot of them say they do not want their kids to fight, man. They do not want their kids to box. And I know you said it's more so of his decision, so you would encourage it if he did want to do it. But some parents be like, no, it is not an option.
Honestly, that'd be a lot of the reason. Most people who
Well,
start late in boxing, they actually tried to do it early, but one of their parents said no. Like Frank Martin, he tried to go in the gym 8
absolutely.
years before he actually went in the gym, but his mom said, "No, you're not about to just go out there and get punched in the face."
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But if we being real, it do get gritty in there. It do get brutal sometimes. It do get ugly. Absolutely, it do. And you know, the ugly side of this sport don't discriminate to no age group. Little kids be in there with nosebleeds too. Little kids can get broken ribs too. Little kids can get concussions and brain damage too. So, you know, uh, more so to answer that too. That's what we was talking about earlier in terms of longevity. Like I don't plan on doing this too long. So if you think about you start your kid at 5, 6, 7, 8, and you plan on him doing this the rest of his life at a professional level, that's a lot of brain damage. So in a sense, it might be better to start them at 14, 15, 16, depending on how long you want them to do it. But like I said, that's up to the parent. I would argue that football is more dangerous. But
I think I think people like the young little kid King Jr.
not familiar with that name.
Yeah, but basically he like a high level kid, and how his dad do it is his dad just kept him in the gym, and he just go around and spar the kids who do fight 1,500 times for they even turn pro, because he was on the type of time like he about to have a whole career. So we're not about to have 300 amateur fights, then go fight pro for 10 to 15 years. But he like, what I am going to do is he going to have about like 15, 20 fights, and I'm just going to bring him around to spar those kids that got 200 and 300 amateur fights, but I'm not going to make him fight 300 times because of the head damage and stuff like that. So I feel like if you're going to put your kid in the gym at 5, you should probably go that route, because you don't want to fight 300 times. Then you got sparred to get ready for those 300 times. So that's really like 600 fights. So like, I think if you go in there young, they should start doing it like that, because kids do be fighting like super young. That's why they be burnt out.
Absolutely, bro. Especially at the amateur level, it's more about volume. Those
Right.
taps to the head, a lot of those 300 fights worth of those little taps to the head, that's gonna do something to you.
Mm. And you could tell, like, if a kid, like, you could tell just how many national, like, a kid be like 11, and his body would be saying 10-time national champion. I'd be like, damn, that means you don't already been in the ring like 80 to 100 times, and you ain't even 12 yet. Like, you've been in 100 fights already. You're not even 12.
And
That's
you can't even
crazy.
find nobody to spar you. Now you only sparring grown men.
Word, because you nice now. No cap. So now you spar 15-year-olds because you're 11. So you're not sparring no 11-year-old because you're a 10-time national champion. You probably sparring 13, 14, 15-year-olds who actually good and they right. They probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 national champions. So that's why I said, I feel like if you're going to put your kid in that early, you should try getting better with the sparring and give him a fight here and there, just because you got to hear the crowd. You got to hear people that you don't know screaming while you're fighting. That's just something you got to get used to from here and there.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, the biggest thing, you gotta get used to them cameras in your face, and you gotta
Yeah.
know like, one of y'all niggas gonna be a meme by the end of the night.
Facts.
It's me or him. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. That was the biggest thing for me because some Charles White said like, shoot, the niggas with the cameras gonna do the most damage to you. They're gonna do more damage than the niggas knocking you out.
Man, you about to be posted everywhere. Niggas gonna be hitting you up, talking about what's going on, all type of shit.
And you're gonna have to like just deal with it, or your options, you can deal with it, you can come back super quick, or you can avenge your loss. But it's
Right.
like in the meantime, yeah, you just gotta deal with getting shitted on.
Right. Or
Like
you,
that Devin Haney shit, he got
yeah.
his ass beat, but like that's part of this sport. Like sometimes a nigga just get whooped. Like that shit is like absolutely part of this shit. But we not used to seeing it publicized that much. That shit happen in the gym every day.
Mm-hmm. And then it's different with a sport like this because again, you getting your ass whooped. It ain't like in hooping where you just losing the game.
Yep.
And this, you lose, you getting beat up. So it's a little different. Hit a little different.
Hell yeah. Then you got niggas
But,
never even fought before telling you what you should have did and how you should have popped that jab more and how you soft.
Bro. And then how would you describe your style, bro? I know you when I seen like little clips of you, sparring here and there. I know you were like a slick southpaw, but how would you describe it in your own opinion?
Man, I fight like a nigga, bro. Real talk, it's funny, bro, but I've been putting it together because I went through this little phase where I was fighting like a Mexican. I went through this phase where I was fighting like a Mexican. I was catching a lot of shots. I have really good defense in terms of like reflexes and catching shots. I'm real good at catching shots. So I was fighting like a Mexican for a while, just walking people down, bullying people, and I realized that it take more energy to fight off that back foot. Like basically, it take more energy to run from a nigga than it do to be the pressure fighter. So for a while, I was the pressure, but then I would get in there with motherfuckers that knew how to hit. Like me, that's another secret how I got so good so fast. I was just sparring everybody. I ain't say no enough. I'll be honest. But you know, but with that being said, yeah, bro, I'm just at a mixture. I block a lot of shots. I'm way more reliant on head movement now, but I'm looking to rip to the body a lot. So, I'm pretty slick, bro. I fight like a black guy.
no, it's good to be like that when you first start boxing. I feel like you should not turn down no phase when you first start. I feel like once you reach a certain level, then that's when you pick and choose because you got a career to look forward to, so you can't get in there with somebody to fuck your career up. If somebody gonna mess your career up, you better be getting paid for it. So you ain't gonna bring like if you bud, you ain't gonna bring no fucking boots to come spar. Even if you can whoop his ass, just the chance that he can hurt you.
Yeah,
That
like why?
alone, you're not gonna bring him. So like it's good to be like to spar everybody when you first start boxing, just because you got like the reality of life is you gotta get your ass whooped until you don't know more. That's just how it go.
Yeah.
So it's just
Facts. It's
I
just
just accept it early.
this is
And
how it go.
sometimes
Like you just gonna get
sometimes
your ass whooped less and less. More you go in there, then you gonna have your first sparring session where you're like, oh shit, I feel like I overdid him actually. So it's like it's just how it
yeah.
go.
And then, like you said, I remember you just going back to when you said, you got to start you sparring pros and shit, and you started to see you was starting to hang with these guys. You know what I mean? Just kind of like shit like that. But that come from that experience, you not being scared or you not being nervous or to jump in there with everybody and take
Yeah.
them lumps. Shit, fuck it.
Because in boxing, your beginning experience is ass whoopings. That's all it is. It's
yeah,
just
bro. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes
getting used to getting punched in the face. Is just that's the first to me. That's the first part about the hardest part of boxing to just you gotta make getting punched in the face normal in your life. So it's like you gotta get away from the normal shit that people do in a fight. Like usually when somebody try to swing at you in a street fight, you gotta back up. So this time your coach is gonna tell you like, no, bro, just slide your head. I promise you that punch gonna go right past you. So you like, what? That shit gonna go right past me? You sure? And it's like, then you're not even sliding your head. You still backing up.
just trust the process. Like you
And
said,
then you actually
that's
try to
why I
slide
say
your
to
head. He
do
sock you still.
that's piggyback off what we started off with. Like to do this, you do got to be wired a little different. You know what I'm saying? You got to be kind of cut a little different, especially when you start getting good and you start getting to that point where you get hit in the face and you like it and shit. Like that's when that's when you like different. Like,
No,
yeah.
you get to smiling at motherfuckers and shit when
Yeah,
you
like David.
David Benavidez. Tank was doing it last night too.
Cause
Yeah, Tank put a lot of mental pressure on Frank early.
this should be so fun, bro. And like, bro, everybody I spar, it could be blood everywhere. It could be whatever, bro. We always niggas, cause it's a conversation, and depending on the conversation, you always gonna show love after. But I'm one of them niggas. They always come hug me, cause the way we fought, it's like so much respect was just established. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sliding off you. We going back and forth. I might evolve. You know what I'm saying? I might make you get better at certain stuff. Like the way I spar, me and my partner usually both get better. I take pride in that.
Then man, who are some guys that obviously I know you probably got some work in with a lot of guys around the city. But who are some guys that bring the best out you in sparring?
I would say definitely Josiah Shackelford, Almighty Joe. He the one who showed me, okay, I really need to go and get in shape. It's a fight this week. I know I seen you reposted, Kev, Dr. Kev.
Yeah,
That's my guy. Probably, I would say he at the top of my list because he's like the pro that I spar the most frequent. And every time I spar him, I get a little bit better. I absolutely do. But also the guy he's fighting this Friday, Drew. I spar both of them.
I didn't know he fighting a guy from here.
He's fighting a guy. I don't want to say the wrong gym. I forget the name of the guy's gym, but yeah, he's fighting a guy from him. And he came to my gym and got some work before he called me on the morning. My coach, one of them weird coaches. You'd be on the way to the gym, he'd just be like, "Hey, I got some work for you this morning." He one of them old school, So yeah, I move with both of them. So that's kind of interesting. I'm going to see that fight this Friday, knowing I work with both of these guys. That's kind of helping my mental. Like, okay, maybe I can hang at the top.
Yeah,
So I would say Kev, Joe, my coach, Manib, he gave me some good work. We got a lot of top amateurs out of my gym. We got Winston, my boy Lucas Hammock. They give me a lot of good work. I know Tez. Tez is going pro soon. He gave me some good work. A lot of guys. I could be naming people all day, but those are some that I spar consistently. They give me some good work.
No, as far as like your weight class, man, what you fighting at? What you fighting at in November, and what you want to go pro at?
Well, right now, I want to. I grew up skinny. It's hard for me to gain weight. I drink a lot of creatine. Had to, protein powder. Was constipated all the time. All that bullshit. So I don't want to cut too much weight. With all that being said, so since I got back in shape, I originally walk around like 165, 170, but since I've been working consistently, I've been walking around about 157, 160. So I'm thinking somewhere between 154, 156 at least for my first. You know what I'm saying? Because the underground, they don't give a fuck how much you weigh. I ain't have to think about that shit. So, I'm thinking about 154, 156, somewhere around that. And depending on how I feel, I may or may not drop down somewhere 145, 146-ish. But we're going to see how I feel after this first fight, 154, 156, somewhere around there.
Yeah. And I'm about to say, the underground, you could be 120 and fight a motherfucker 175.
Oh my God, this nigga asked me how much I weigh when I debuted. I said 170. He put me in there with somebody like 140. Like, bro, why you ask?
Right, it don't matter. Cause man, what's dude's son name? He be in there fighting everybody. The short dude.
Nardo.
Nardo, man, he be in there fighting whoever. He be in there fighting heavyweights, dog. And he got to be 5'3", 5'4", bro. He be in there fighting heavyweights.
Nigga be jumping, punching niggas in the mouth. He a legend. He been doing that a long time too.
Bro, his pops is pretty decent though.
Yeah. No, bro, he really like when I say legend, like he one of them niggas. Like when he get old, niggas really should bow down to him. Like when he walk by and shit.
No, the underground scene, bro. He be in that shit. I ain't gonna lie, Gio, bro. This nigga like 5'4", bro.
Yeah, bro, he crazy, bro.
Fighting heavy.
Like the games and the movies and shit, you get to like the end and shit, and it's a big stocky nigga, big buff, whatever, and then you get past him, the last level is like a tiny person or a champion, Bruce Lee type, small type nigga. That's him. Like you get to the champion, you be like, this nigga really like 5'5", 5'4", like you said, but be fighting everybody and be whooping their ass.
Bro, I be like, bro, why is he? I be like, what the fuck is going on?
And he do underground last moves, like the little jump punch, the little uppercuts and shit.
No, if it was a video game, that nigga would be the character for sure, bro. No cap. If Detroit Fight Club was a video game, bro, that shit, he would be the character to pick, dog.
He'd be on the cover. Yeah, bro, he nice. But yeah, just meeting them. But even so, with him, like meeting those guys, getting the respect from those guys. Win, lose, or draw, they see you commit. Them acknowledging me. You know what I'm saying? Being acknowledged, like, yeah, I do this. I do take this serious. They asking, when is your next fight? I got a date for you. I ain't gotta say, oh man, I'm looking at them. No, I got a date for you. This is what I'm training for. Type shit. It helped with the mental side with this, and I feel like we don't touch on that enough.
No, fact.
As men, period. First of all, happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month to y'all boys.
No, facts. It's a lot of that shit. people don't like to really get hit on that shit, but that should be real. It's kind of going to the 154, 150, you know, around that weight class. That's a hot weight class right now in the game, and just the pro game. Who are some guys you like there at 154? You know what I mean? Because again, it's a hot weight class. You got Bud and Spence there now. You got Tim Zoo. You got Fundora. It's crazy. Virgil Ortiz.
That weight class is kind of funny because, like you said, you got a lot of guys moving up. A lot of guys not wanting to really make that leap from 147, but they know they'll be more comfortable, and that's where they more natural at. But you know, it's still a lot of motion to be had at 147, if you will. So, you know, some of the guys you name, obviously, I like Bud. Who don't like Bud? First of all, I like all southpaws. All southpaws get a little respect from me. If I see a fight start and I see a southpaw, I'm automatically pulling for that nigga a little bit. So let's start there. So I like all the southpaws, even though he's more of a switch hitter. I know he beat the dog shit out of Spence. I still like Spence. I don't really like that Towering Inferno nigga. I think he a hoax.
You think Fundora Facade?
Yeah, I think he I don't know what's up with that.
I
don't like it
a little bit, man. I think he a tough fight because he not scared and he gonna stand right there with you. He gonna be a tough fight.
He's real durable. I think people just not high on him just because they know that Tim Zoo would have stopped him if he didn't get cut.
I mean,
Because people were saying like his jab and all that was working and shit, but I've been telling people like that shit wasn't working. He was trying that shit already in the beginning of the fight. When my man wasn't cut, he was coming over the top of that shit every time. That jab was not working. When it got cut, then that shit started working.
Yeah, shit changed the whole pace.
Can't see shit. That was
he still was coming over the top of some of them Jones, but when he ain't got cut, he was coming over the top of every jab. He was hitting him early. He was going to stop Fundora for sure. He was hitting him clean the first minute of the fight.
No, that was a fucked up cut. That was one of the worst cuts I've done seen in a minute. But I mean, as far as your goals for the sport, man, what's your ultimate goal for this shit, man? Obviously, you know, it's a lot that go into it. It's a slow motion kind of game. What's your goals for
it? Bro, I had the same dream as I was like 12 or 13 years old, right? I want to open like a bunch of like basically like recreation centers. You know, you got the rec, like your local rec with like pools and basketball court and shit. I want to open a bunch of recs. They're going to all be like in the hoods though, like the Inksters, the Detroits, you know what I'm saying? The Warrens type shit. Yeah. And it's going to be specifically tailored to like basically delinquents and shit. Long story short, my nephew bad as hell. So it's gonna be real talk though, but it's gonna be like for juveniles and shit, cause it's gonna be an outlet for them. So like my vision is inside of each rec. My vision inside of each rec. I'm talking like when I say in the hood, I'm talking. I want a basketball court. I want a little field, kind of like a high velocity type thing. I want a barber shop. Nigga, I want a DJ booth, maybe somewhere in the back. So I'm like, I want this to be the niggas like, don't hang out on the streets. Come here. I want a boxing rink somewhere upstairs. You know what I'm saying? I want like a facility. Right. That's my dream. So I figured with this boxing shit, you know, if I could build my credentials up a little bit, win me a tournament here or there, go pro, win a couple fights to where, you know, people can trust me and to train. And it's about mentorship. It's about mentorship. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm doing my thing. When I leave this earth behind, I'm going to leave something behind for the youth. So answer your question, bro. Using this shit to basically earn my credentials, earn like, you know, build up my resume basically. So when I do make that leap, you know, I got people behind me. Like all the names I just named, if I sparred and, you know, stuff like that. Some of the people I'm going to get more close to on a personal level, we share this dream. You know, I've been meeting people. You know, certain people hear about this, they be like, damn, I want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? People I wouldn't have met the past 6 months if I wasn't doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? So my goal is to just keep building that. And like you said, when I do finish and I do sit down, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Open me some gyms, some recs. And it's going to be about, yeah, it's chill spot, come have fun, come play and all that shit. But it's really about mentorship. I want to keep these little niggas off the street. I know that shit got deep, but.
No, thanks though.
Yeah, that's been my
Easily.
dream since I was like 13, bro.
No, facts. The shit do get crazy out here when people ain't got no guidance. It get real. It get rough out here.
Bro, I got kids, bro. It get worse, bro. If you really pay attention, because I really have to pay attention. I'm around these little niggas. I know what they talk about. I know what they like saying. I know where they headed, bro, and it's not pretty. So that's what I choose to leave behind in this world. I choose to impact that a little bit.
No,
That's
facts.
been in my head forever, bro, and I'm not changing on that. Whatever I got to do to make that come true, even if I got to switch it up a little bit, even if I got to say fuck boxing, I'll find something else that support that dream. Boxing just happens to support that dream the most right now and help with my mental.
No, facts. That's real as hell, though. Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
And then, bro, kind of just hitting on the fights we had yesterday, man. Great night of fights, man. Great night of fights. We had some upsets too, though. Kind of starting on the. I'm not. We had on the YouTube card. We had our guy, man, Elijah Garcia. He took his first L last night, man, to a tough Kyron Davis. Did you catch that fight? Are you hip to Elijah and Kyron?
No, sir. The fights I caught last night was I caught Benavidez, and I'm not even about to try to say bro name, but I caught Benavidez, I caught Tank and Frank, and I caught Subriel Matias.
I said I
Okay.
ain't even about to try to say bro name. That's the bid.
Yeah, no, Subriel Matias, man. How you feel about that upset, Liam Paro, man?
I mean, I didn't see it coming. I really didn't, and I had, I do get into my sports books here and there. I'm not a huge gambler, but here and there I do. But he was the last one I needed to cash. I wasn't even worried. I thought I had some easy money on the way, and when that happened, it was kind of like me. I'm one of them. Even though I lost a little cheese, a little $20, but I lost a little cheese. That's why you gotta love this sport, bro. That's why you gotta love this sport, cause shit like that happen. That's why you got to, bro. As a fighter,
I
like
ain't gonna lie. It seemed like underdogs turn to one day. Like it never be just one upset. Like if one upset happened, it's most likely gonna be another 2, 3 to come along. As soon as Elijah Garcia got upset, every underdog point from that point on to any fight came out bleed. Like that shit is crazy. It's like always happened. All the underdogs just turn up on the same night for some reason. And yesterday, that Jones almost a night about the underdog. It was because I thought Terrell Gausha beat Carlos Adames. I ain't gonna lie. He won. He won by split decision, but I thought Gausha beat him.
Yeah, that's the only fight I didn't
The
catch in
Matias
my
Jones.
Yeah, Matias. That one again
I ain't
surprised
watched the Matias Jones, but I'm gonna just assume. Yeah, I'm gonna just assume off his style he got hit too much and Bull hit him enough to win rounds because he is open there. He is there to get hit. So if he lost, I'm gonna assume that's why he was
so.
getting
So
punched
you
on by
seen
Bull.
you seen Tank and Frank, didn't you, bro?
Yeah.
So y'all seen
Mm-hmm.
Tank gave up them first 6 rounds, basically.
Yeah.
Basically, Subriel Matias did that same thing the whole fight, though.
Damn. So he
Yeah,
just holding his
and
hands
that's what I'm
kind
saying. They do that.
But Tank,
Yeah, I
he
about to
was more
say they actually.
strategic.
Yeah, that's because Tank can play that game better than anybody. Because even David, like on some real shit, if Bull would have started off like Caleb or Andre, he could have beat David because David faded away in that back half. He never phased, but that was the first time ever where I'm like, oh, you got
Absolutely,
slower every round. You didn't get faster every round. And the
absolutely,
output
definitely.
went down every round.
But
But
he
he
did
started
dig
off
deep
like
though.
5-6-0. And usually when you fight David, you usually get to start off like 4-1, 3-1 against him, but he whooped his ass from him. Like he was throwing everything hard and fast. That's the reason why he burnt himself out because he was trying to stop him. Like he threw everything hard and fast in the first 6 rounds. But Tank got one punch knockout power. That's what Sabrina and David don't got. They gotta beat you up first. He don't have to beat you up. You can come out there fresh as shit. If he hits you clean in the first second of the fight, you gonna drop. Like and
Yeah.
David and Sabril, they play that game, but like that's a dangerous game to play. Tank got one punch knockout power, but Sabril, like I said, you gotta beat somebody up first. They gotta break you down some. Sabril not gonna hit you one time in round 7 after you cooked him 6 straight rounds and you gonna drop. Tank
Yeah,
can actually
you
hit
want
you in round 7 one time after you cooked him 6 straight rounds and you gonna drop. Off your first clean punch you took, you gonna drop.
and he
Your
making
first clean
investments in that first 6.
word, so it's like well, yeah, like Canelo do it too, but Even Canelo probably a better one punch knockout artist than Sabrone David.
I think Tank got the craziest left uppercut I ever seen live in my entire life.
No, he
No, he
caught
got
Frank with that motherfucker. That right before the knockout, Frank caught that motherfucker straight to the chin.
You know how they talk about Pereira and Ryan Garcia hook?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Tank uppercut, bro. I feel
Nah,
like if
uh,
he hit an elephant with that bitch clean, he'll knock an elephant out.
nah, he caught motherfucking Frank with that uppercut, dog. I'm like shit, and
He
I was
caught Frank with that
thinking
bitch. Frank was like, finish him. Nigga, Tank said, boom, fatality.
over with.
Nigga was I never seen a nigga get hit and get dazed like that and wait to get finished.
He couldn't do shit.
I never seen that shit in real life. When you watch the replay, he just standing there like waiting. He like,
But then said that shit probably happened so fast. That shit probably happened fast as hell.
I'm a
That shit's probably like half a second in his brain.
So, dude. And then what you think Tank should do next after this? Obviously, it's a lot of big fights people want to see made with him. What you think he should go next?
I say Lomachenko because the nigga getting old. You feel me? Going to get that out the way. That's how I feel about that. But honestly, bro, Tank the boss, bro. At this point, he established because I really had Frank. Frank was like, I feel like, in my opinion, his toughest opponent so far. And for him to finish him like that, I feel like, you feel me? You do what you want to do, bro. I say Lomachenko move up to 140, rematch Ryan at 140, and then after that, go on and shut Shakur up. Or maybe fight Devin if the bread right, or if it's a belt or something on the line. I know he had a point. He didn't really gain nothing from fighting Devin, but I've been wanting to see that for years, so I ain't gonna give up on it. But I say Lomachenko, go up to 140, Ryan Garcia, and then Shakur or Devin Haney.
That's the right. Okay, yeah. You don't think he should do a Pitbull rematch at 40 since he got the belt?
I'm tripping. You're right. I don't think he's gonna fight Pitbull again, period, let alone at 140.
We always say Pitbull the kind of guy you beat him once, you just go ahead and leave him alone, bro.
Yeah, I don't a lot of people don't think he won that fight. My girl Puerto Rican, bro. So you know she was pulling for. You feel me? She don't think Tank won that fight.
She don't think who won what fight.
She thought Pitbull won that Tank fight. I kind of did too.
I got to go back and rewatch it. I had Tank winning. I went from the first time I seen it, but I got to go back and rewatch to give you an honest answer.
See what people.
I ain't gonna lie though, fights like that though, if you don't know what you're seeing, then it's gonna be hard to get Tank those runs. Like any fight that look like that, if you're a casual, the person who fighting like Pitbull gonna get that round in your head every time because he look like the more one who want to fight. He like the one who trying to hurt you more. Like nobody watching a fight and be like, oh, he just fainted him. You don't even know what a feint is. Like nobody watching those shit like that. So it's like when fights get difficult at that high level, if you're a casual, it's gonna be hard for the non-aggressive to ever lose in your head, honestly, as a casual in that type of fight.
Yeah, I feel that. I definitely say between that and just going and rewatching a fight with the sound off, I think that's very important. If you really want to really know what happened, how you feel is going on, turn the sound off. There'll be a lot of bias sometimes.
Yeah, the commentators in that crowd will sway people's opinion.
Absolutely. Every time bro throw a jab, bro, he caught him with a jab. Like, getting enough effort from this person. Like, relax. Let me watch the fight sometimes.
No, I feel that, bro.
But yeah, I don't see that happening though. But honestly though, if I'm Tank, I wouldn't rematch that motherfucker. He don't really gain. I feel like the other guys I name bring more to the table. But like you said, he got a belt now. But it's gonna be a stretch to get Tank at 140. Only reason I said Ryan Garcia at 140 because nigga, I cut weight and fight Ryan Garcia at any weight. Nigga, I'd be set the rest of my life.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Facts though. Everybody willing to cut weight to fight Ryan Garcia right now. Even David Benavidez joked about it. He joked about, going down to fight Ryan Garcia.
He'll do. I believe that weight bully ass nigga. He'll do
it. Just to get that bag. We set.
So you think if we not willing to do that, you think Tank wouldn't go up 5 pounds for it?
Another crazy, stupid bag. And they're going to probably make more than they did the first time.
Yeah. And Tank making 140 is not like crazy or unrealistic or out the way or nothing like that. It's more about his natural size.
Yeah.
I mean, he more successful against the guys he'd be competing against at 135. I mean,
It's more about his stature. He can. I mean, yeah, he can make 140. More about his stature. You know, people have just the strength, probably a little bit strength and height advantage over him. Shit like that.
yeah. Specifically the height at 140. Because when Ryan Garcia and Tank fought, what I realized is Tank is a small guy. That's when I really realized. And we fought Ryan, I said, "Damn, this guy kind of short."
Or you knew he was short, but when you stack him up against, you know what I mean.
And I was like, "This a little nigga."
No, when they put the tail on the tape up, they said 5'5". I'm like, God damn.
He looked 5'5", bro. He looked 5'5". Like, and if you watch,
I thought I was short, man.
When you look at stuff like that, you look at the press conferences leading up to stuff like that. Look at the shoes they be wearing. They be wearing like the little like studded little shoes or like the Air Maxes and shit. Cause they be little niggas. Floyd used to do that shit all the time. Tank do that shit. All them niggas do that.
You say you got a little platform on this shit, man.
Yeah, that's what they call platforms.
You see my man. Don't do my man like that.
They don't be wanting to look up in the face off. You feel me?
No, that makes no sense though. I don't want to look up in there.
Yeah. I just want to see Tank fight Tio and Shakur. I want to see him fight a lot of people, but those are the only two people that I think if anybody's gonna beat him, it's gonna be one of those two.
Teo still at 135?
40.
No, yeah, 40.
Okay.
Just cause Shakur, you know, you got the defense and just the IQ and just the versatile, just how he could fight. And then, you know, with Tio, he punch hard, so it's like it's gonna be hard to walk somebody down after. Like it's gonna be hard to give up 5 rounds to Tio, and then just decide, all right, I'm gonna just hit you hard and sit down and you're going forward because he got the same heat that's gonna come back. When you decide to turn it up, he gonna have not the same amount of heat, but just about the same amount of heat that you got. Because Tio punching too.
Yeah, he gonna punch you back.
Exactly, and like I said, it's not gonna be like when Frank Martin or Shakur let a combination off Tio glove. Like I said, I don't even think he gonna let Tio and get it. Like when he said after the press conference, like, yeah, I was just being a little target for Frank. I said, oh yeah, you can't be no target for Tio. He hit too hard to just decide to just be a target for 6 rounds.
Yeah. But you know, I think he switched that up. I think he'll switch that up when he feel that power. Cause you know, I do feel like with Frank, he felt like he could do that because he was like, all right, this nigga don't got that much power.
Yeah. That's what he gonna do. I don't think he could. He gonna do that with Shakur too. But no, I think he gonna walk Shakur down from round 1. Cause I don't think he gonna want to give up 5 rounds to Shakur neither.
Yeah, cause he might not catch him.
In the
back.
back.
That he couldn't, but
Cause I ain't gonna lie, he gonna be a hard ass fighter to just decide like, all right, I'm about to turn it on and break all your rhythm that you just built it up. Like he do that with other people, but for Shakur, if you let Shakur get in a groove for 5 straight rounds, it's gonna be hard to just be like, all right, you done now, and just get him out of his rhythm.
Yeah, but I don't want.
I'm saying he can't do it. If anybody can do it, it is Tank though. So, but it's gonna be hard shit to do.
I don't want to.
But I don't think he's gonna give up the rounds.
His style got to get a little more fan friendly for me. You feel me? I like boxing as much as the next guy, but come on, bro. You can't just be on the back foot for 12 rounds, bro, and be trying to sell tickets.
I ain't gonna lie, he really a front foot fighter. People dwell on the live movement. In real life, he don't move a lot. In real life, he really be in the pocket. He had about 2-3 nights that he really shied away. Really 2 nights, Nakatani and Elwin De Los Santos. Everybody else, he really be right there for him, honestly. Like he don't really move as much. Like he don't move laterally as much as the next man to get out of the way of a punch.
If we can get that Core versus Tank, then I'm for
it. See, that's the only thing. When nigga want to sit
Shakur last. He last on that fight contract, man. He ain't Shakur last. I ain't gonna lie though. I think that's a good thing though, because Tank older, and the more you make Shakur wait, the better he gonna get. I honestly think Shakur got a better chance in 2025 than right now. So, to be honest, I think Tank fucking his own self over making him wait. Because I like Shakur chances. The longer this shit every year pass, I like his chances even better.
With you, he's still getting better. They are still getting better though, in my opinion. To be honest.
Yeah. No, in fact, yeah. And that's what's gonna make it even more interesting in the future too, because they all gonna be at the peak. You know what I mean?
And Shakur getting physically bigger. That's another thing. You going like not even just getting better. You're gonna let him just physically be more of a man than when you in 2025 and 2026. He's gonna be a little bit heavier, a little bit stronger. That's just natural. Everybody looked at stronger in boxing at 30 and 25. Like it's just going to be already at 40 by 2025. So now you probably gonna be jumping up to 40 to fight him because you didn't give him the shot at 35. Because I don't think he's gonna fight him at 35.
That's what happened this year, but I don't see it happening.
It's like Bud. It's gonna be like Spence and Bud, not like that, like how the fight gonna go, but in terms of how Spence probably would have got Bud if he fought him in 2018 after he became world champion at welterweight and fought him right after and didn't let him develop to a full blown welterweight. By the time he got to him, it wasn't even no size difference at that point. He was at welterweight for 5 years. Like he damn near can't make this weight neither no more now. So he as big as you.
And he comfortable now.
Exactly. So like he moved up just like Spence. So like you waited so long where even he was like, no, I can't even make this shit no more. So it's like that's literally how long you waited. You had the size advantage now. Y'all even now. Y'all both can't even make the weight no more. You waited so goddamn long. But he started at a lower weight class, so he not struggling as much as you.
Yeah, that play a difference, bro. A pound makes a difference, bro. So, you know, you get to talk about 10, 15 pounds at a time. They make a difference.
So you already know how we rocking, bro. You already know, bro. Malik Bryant, bro. Let the people know what's next for you, dog.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate y'all having me on. And like I say, bro, staying in shape, staying strong, making sure I'm physically, mentally, emotionally ready. You know, this fight should come with a lot of anxiety. Make sure I'm handling it well. Come November, I want to shock the world. Y'all gonna see me November 9th, Annual Classic 24. Other than that, bro, come to Weavers. Whoever watching this, you know, I also do training. That's my real passion, training, mentorship. So come check us out. You know,